to cover a lot of things, but the first thing we're going to cover is moving with other people around, right? So the first two concepts are going to be fire before flesh and getting online, okay? So if we both need to shoot at something or in a direction, we want to make sure we do it safely, right? We don't want to be shooting from behind each other and accidentally shoot each other. It's way easier to do friendly fire because this is such a big space, right? Whatever you're aiming at is way down there. It's a much smaller area. There's way fewer angles to it. There's a ton of angles to your buddy here, right? So there's two main ways to avoid that, which are both basically don't shoot from behind each other, okay? So the first way is fire before flesh. If you're in a compressed area where you're starting out right next to each other, you need to shoot immediately. If we're fighting, and when we're fighting, we're both going to yell contact, right? So let's just say we're fighting in that direction. Contact! Right? So here we're touching, and our muzzles are in front of our whole bodies, right? Even back here is no good, because you could accidentally shoot each other's hands, right? Muzzle in front of bodies. This is the only time where it's appropriate to chicken wing. Okay, chicken winging means you're sticking your elbow out. Normally, you don't want to be doing that. But if you're body to body with someone, you want body contact here. So that if they move to the right, they're moving with me. Okay, they're not crossing in front of me. So that is fire before flesh. That's for compressed spaces, or if you're starting right next to each other. If we are, move right there, right? If we're further apart, that's still, that is our front. Contact front!
Contact front!
Right, this is called getting online. Getting online means we are in a line, right? Neither one of us is firing from behind each other. Once we're online, move to your right, quickly, right? They're going to run into me. They're not going to run in front of me. Does that make sense? Okay. When we need to move around each other, obviously we're going to avoid muzzling each other. This is when your safety manipulation really comes into play, right? So, once again, when your safety's on, when you're down, your thumb is up. Okay, when that gun comes up, you flip the safety off, your thumb comes down. When the gun comes down, safety goes back on, thumb goes back up, right? Off safety, back onto safety as you come down. Okay? So go ahead and present that way. Okay? Moving! Behind you. Back up. Right? So what I'm doing here, I'm putting my muzzle down. I'm not muzzling my friend. I'm putting my safety on as the gun comes down. Moving back around, gun comes up, muzzle before flesh, safety back off. Moving, safety on, muzzle down, up, safety off. Does that make sense? So you can go to either straight down or straight up, right? Now, let's say we're more offset. Move over there. Okay? So, let's say I'm starting a little bit forward. Okay? So, contact front. So we're getting online. If I need to move that way, how am I going to do that? I'm always going to move behind, right? I'm never going to run in front of someone while they're firing. Okay? Moving! Right? Also communicating. I'm saying moving. If I'm coming behind someone, I don't want them to start backing up right at that moment. So I'm going to put a hand there, right? Moving! Behind you! Right?
It's like when you're working in the kitchen.
Yeah. Let's talk about moving cover to cover. So, behind me. Okay? So if we're doing our lateral bounding, even if, let's say my buddy needs to move here, okay? So they need to move ahead of me. They're still gonna go behind me and stay out of my field of fire. Okay? Set.
Moving.
Move. Bang bang, bang bang, bang bang. You see that? Never crossing in front of each other. I think that's it. So handguns are largely the same. Handguns are more dangerous to yourself and your partners than a rifle because they're smaller, they're harder to control. But in principle, everything is the same, right? So contact. So fire before flash. Or contact front.
Contact front.
You need to move around each other, right? Typically, you don't have a safety on your handgun. And even if you do, it's not nearly as easy to manipulate as an AR. So instead of turning your safety on, you really got to worry about keeping your trigger finger off the trigger while you're moving and your muzzle awareness. So moving, behind you, right? So I'm breaking down here. I'm going to Sul, muzzle straight down, finger off the trigger, coming around, pushing back out. Okay, you can also move temple behind you, punch back out. Other than that, it's really all the same. You apply your muzzle before flash, make sure that danger opening is in front of the entire body. You do your getting online, we're far apart, right? We want to make sure we get online. If we're moving, we want to make sure we move behind each other. But yeah, same principles.